Good morning, welcome back to the channel. I might be the Raven, and I've been waiting to do this review. It is time to talk about the VelociPastor. The movie is as wacky as it sounds. They really play into it at times. The movie opens up on Doug. He's a pastor, obviously. The movie's called VelociPastor. There's a lot of pastors in this movie at times. Actually, no, there's really only two, actually. But, anyways, that doesn't matter. He is basically standing outside the church. He sees his parents, and their car blows up in what is one of the coolest special effects I've seen in a movie in the last 10 years. That is seriously phenomenal. Anyways, though, this basically causes Doug to now kind of question his faith a little bit, and Father Stewart basically tells him, hey, yo, why don't you just take a sabbatical, go look for God where you don't think God would be, and I think mistakenly winds up in China. Like, I don't think he was meant to be there. And another mistake, this woman basically literally tumbles down a hill right at his feet. She is dying, and she wants him to destroy this artifact that these ninjas are trying to get from her. But he misunderstands her due to the language barrier, and he thinks he's actually supposed to keep it. But this whole idea is short-lived as he spots the ninjas and accidentally stumbles backwards, cutting his hand on the artifact in the process. And now he just magically is home now, I guess. I don't know how he escaped the ninjas. They never explain. He wakes up and he's been having a series of nightmares. So, like, he's been back for a while, I guess. And we got another scene with Father Stewart, and I guess the other dreams didn't matter because just now he's starting to have a hunger. He never had this before, I guess, but he flees his house and bumps into Carol, who is a hooker. This movie is fucking great, I promise you. But we now also get to meet another character, one of the early on villains, Frankie Mermaid, who is her pimp. He is one of the best characters in this whole movie, and I know what you're thinking, why is he called Frankie Mermaid?
Because you're swimming in bitches.
You're goddamn right.
Back to the plot of the movie, though. Carol basically is assigned to walk the park, and she ends up almost getting mugged into Doug. Mug and Doug. Whatever. That kind of amused me for a second there, but Doug comes in, he kind of blacks out and transforms into the VelociPastor and saves her, but he doesn't exactly remember it. And the next morning, basically, Carol kind of convinces him, more like tries to convince him though, but she basically wants him to use his powers to basically kill those who are beyond saving. And he says no, of course, because it's kind of reasonable. Like, you just found out you can transform into a dinosaur, and now you're being told, hey, go be a vigilante and kill a bunch of people. Like, this is a pastor. That's kind of not his forte. We all know what their forte is. He, instead of doing this, goes back to his job. And this day he's doing the confessions, and none other than Frankie Mermaid comes in. He's fucking smoking in the confession booth. Why?
Frankie fucking Mermaid smokes where the fuck he wants because his life is on fire.
Yeah, don't tell Frankie Mermaid what to do, okay? But Frankie Mermaid admits to a bunch of weird stuff, including stealing candy from a baby and then throwing the baby in a river so the baby can't snitch. But he admits that, like, one of the last times he kills, which I say one of the last times because I think he said it's like the most recent time he killed somebody, but he's not killing the baby, he just fucking threw in a river. But that's not the point though. He basically admits that he is the one who killed Doug's parents because I guess it was like an order from his bosses, and This causes Doug to go in a rage and kill Frankie Mermaid. May he rest in peace. This now causes Doug to kind of agree to Carol's plan. We get a bit of a montage with him training and stuff, them falling in love. Father Stewart's not kind of down with this. He thinks he should go to an exorcist and all of that. We get a few shots of who was actually in charge of like this whole operation that Frankie Mermaid, I guess, was just like a minor pawn in. And like they're planning to bring in cocaine and stuff. We also get to meet the leader's second-hand man and stuff, who we get more details on later. But back to the exorcism. Father Stewart wants him to basically go back to his old life and get saved through an exorcism, but it would take too long, so they go to his friend. In the process, we see, for no apparent reason, Father Stewart's backstory in like a 4 or 5 minute scene that was just had no real bearing on the movie, but that's the type of jokes you get in this. Like, you basically also get like this very overly edited, weird, that you just gotta see to believe sex scene, which had like a shot from his backstory in it. So like that's the type of stuff they do in this movie at times. I enjoy the sense of humor, but I don't think it's for everyone. But the exorcism doesn't go well. He kind of goes dino mode on their asses. Father Stewart, though, is not dead from all this chaos. Instead, he is actually saved by the evil leader. He basically reveals his plan to Father Stewart that they are actually a religious organization of ninjas and stuff. And he basically is using the cocaine in the city to basically get them really addicted. It's like 4 times more addicted than regular cocaine. So I guess he just thinks his plan is to get everyone addicted, or at least a bunch of sinners and stuff addicted. And then he's going to cut off all supplies. So then basically they have to go and seek comfort in support groups and religion and all that. So then they would just be forcing tons of people to join their religious army. And then Father Stewart's like, what the fuck? That's not how you're supposed to do religion. People are supposed to just come to it. You're not supposed to force people. I guess he kind of ignores the whole part that they're also trying to make an army in the process. But he then kills Father Stewart. And Father Stewart proclaims that Doug will stop them. And he comes to stop them. Him and Carol are all battle ready. He actually in the final battle doesn't really go dino mode into the end though, but the final battle is still cool no matter what. And we also learn now that the second-hand man's name is Sam. He is the neglected brother of Doug. And then we get like some of the flashback sequences we got from Doug and his parents earlier on in the movie, but now like you see Sam just standing nearby, like, what the fuck, guys? It's not an only child. Like, he even pops out of the trunk for like one of them, and it's like bruh. He fights Sam, they fight the ninjas, and he uses telekinesis at one point for no reason, and has to kill his brother. Doug eventually has to go dino mode though. After Carol is like basically wounded badly, he wreaks havoc. Until the leader then comes out and he's like, may you rest in peace and go to paradise, my son. And he's like, it's kind of like nice, like, bro, like he actually like maybe had a father figure in the leader and stuff, and he's like, I kind of feel bad for him a little bit. But the leader confronts Doug and basically reveals that there used to be a whole bunch of dinosaur warriors, which sounds so cool, but their organization basically killed them off, and those are the dinosaur bones that we are now finding today, which is kind of a whole joke on the fact of like religious people denying dinosaurs and all of that. The leader though, he shoots Doug with basically an anti-dino serum. I don't care if that's what it's called or not. I'm calling it anti-dino serum. And basically, he's about to kill Doug, but for no reason whatsoever, Doug's like, yeah, I think my hands are immune to it, and fucking just kills him. They kind of reveal that Carol is alive and well they go to the doctors and stuff, she's saved, and they basically know that this organization won't stop, and they're gonna travel the world to stop them and do heroic shit. Overall, the movie is fucking great. It's not just horror at times, and it's honestly more than just some of the stereotypical jokes you would get, like, oh, this movie's low budget, ha ha ha. Like, they do that at times, and they do it very well, but they also do other just weird jokes just to play into the fact that the concept for the movie itself is weird. Like, you get Frankie Mermaid talking about how he's swimming in bitches, you get the backstory of the one priest for no reason, and it doesn't connect to the movie. You get a lot of stuff like that, and I think it overall makes the movie an entertaining watch. It is not going to be liked by everyone, but I do think it's just funny as hell. It's fun, and it's one of those movies where they knew what they were getting into, and they planned accordingly. It's not, like, too, like, corny or in your face bad when it's doing the jokes like, look at us, it's not that good of a movie. It's not like you're gonna be sitting up like, oh my god, shut up. They do it in a fun way, always, in my opinion at least. My only downside of the movie is they killed Frankie Mermaid. My hope, though, is because they're doing a sequel for this movie, and hear me out on this, they never show Frankie Mermaid really dying. They showed him getting, like, cut open by the raptor claws. So my idea is that, like, in the sequel, they just revealed that it's, like, infected him, and we get, like, Frankie Mermaid versus Doug kind of dino fight sequence. I kind of think that's good. Director of this movie, take that concept. My only payment is seeing Frankie Mermaid back in the movie. That's all I want to see. Enough about Frankie Mermaid, though. The movie overall has a great cast. They all play their parts well, and honestly, it's a great movie, I would say. And I'm gonna give it, let's give it 7 anti-dino serums out of 10 dino artifacts. Is that fair? I think that's fair. Should I put Frankie Mermaid in that joke about the review? I talked about him enough. I hope you liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe down below so I can feel encouraged to keep making these videos. I do find them fun. Anyways, though, I might have been the Raven, and make sure to have a good night. Also, go make sure to watch the new Scream movie coming out this Friday. I'm excited. I might do a top 5 ranking for them if I feel up for it next week, or maybe on Saturday. So basically, he's about to kill Doug, but then Doug's like, yo bitch, my hands are